Hello and good morning to the morning show. I'm Marshall Shore, and you might notice Melissa looks a little different today. And that is because we have our co-host, Michael Mazzacco.
Hi, everyone.
Yay!
I'm so excited to be here, Marshall.
So happy to have you back. It's been a while.
Thank you. It has. Last summer.
Yeah. So basically, we are still here at the fabulous Arizona Center.
I've been waiting to do that. Very fun.
And we'll keep practicing it as throughout the show.
Okay,
so every
sounds
time
good.
we say
fabulous
Arizona Center, then there you go. So Michael, what have you been up to?
Do you know, I always tell people that I'm trying to make the world go round. Just my advocacy work, my job of proving my parents wrong. I can make a living out of going to a party.
More than just going to a party. You're the one throwing the party.
Yes, I am.
And making it a fabulous event.
Yes, so it's a lot of fun. And then, just trying to make the world a happier place.
Right. Exactly. I think that's what we're all trying to do.
Yes, I think so.
Is just get on to the next day and make the place better.
Right. Absolutely.
So,
shine our bright lights.
Indeed. So I just went on an adventure to, oh crap, I already forgot the name of it. It's a bird preserve outside of Tombstone. It's this wetlands, and there was like hundreds of cranes just hanging out.
Wetlands in Arizona?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was kind of weird because it's like there's just a little strip of water and there were all these cranes. Over here you had Canadian geese and then a bunch of mallard ducks just kind of hanging out.
I think I'll walk around downtown and look at the cranes. More my speed.
Completely, but it was a nice little dalliance, and Arizona's always surprising me.
Absolutely.
So that's the fun of it.
Yeah, I completely agree. I'm always blown away, and here I learned today that we have wetlands in Arizona. There is so much diversity in this great state.
Completely. So, all right. So we are going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. We have one of your favorite artists coming on, so we'll see you very soon. Good morning and welcome back to the morning show on this Tuesday.
I think so.
It's like the days of the week kind of merged together, and but we have no tacos. So it's a taco-less.
We'll get them tonight.
Exactly. There's still time in the day. So I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Michael Mazzacco.
And where are we?
The fabulous Arizona Center.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
It's getting better.
Exactly. On point. And so I'm excited because we have a special guest, someone that I've been hoping to have on since pretty much the moment we got to Arizona Center. And so it is my friend Adrian Garcia.
Hey, nice to meet you guys.
How are you?
Doing good, doing great.
So folks that don't know who you are, tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Adrian Garcia. My artist name is AWER. I am the artistic director for Furious Styles Crew. I'm a community artist, and I'm the live art component curator of First Fridays here at the Arizona Center.
So tell us about First Fridays at Arizona, because most people probably don't even realize. It's like they know First Friday like Roosevelt or Grand, but what's going on here?
So over here at the Arizona Center, it's just an extension of First Fridays, right? So what we do here is I invite local artists that I've worked with or I'm going to work with to kind of come together as a community to share their art with everyone. So what they do is they come in and they get to set up and share with everyone, and we have a lot of different activities that we have. We have a community mural that we have for everyone to kind of participate. I think to myself that we're the biggest live art component of First Fridays, because if you count all the live artists that are painting, there's up to 30 at each given time. But all the community that paints too, there could be up to 230. So everybody comes in to make a little contribution to the mural here at the Arizona Center.
Well, and what I love is last time I was here for First Friday, it was so family friendly.
Yes.
I mean, and I love the fact that you had a couple youngins
Yes.
doing live mural painting right
Yes.
there, which was really
Yes.
cool to see that
Yes.
and nurture that art at a young age.
Yes, yes. So for me, what I try to do is I work with the artists that haven't painted live, or the little ones that I see so much potential in and stuff. We had a little 6-year-old little boy, a little homie by the name of Roman that came out here, and he was just painting, just a little penguin he was painting on the mural, and I was just so like mesmerized how dedicated he was to that piece, and then his family were just encouraging him that the following month he was one of our live artists that was on the stage. And that's what I normally do. Even if I speak with other artists and if they haven't had that opportunity to paint live and things like that, they're nervous or scared. I'm like, well, you're the perfect candidate for that. So what I do is I just kind of help them, grow their art and to kind of get over that fear with live painting. I've done it for so many years; it's come so easy and natural for us that I really like to see people work through that with their art and to show everyone and just make it special for them. And that's what we do here. First Fridays at the Arizona Center is just bring community together. We're a really tight community. We kind of watch over each other and stuff. And I always tell people too, if you're not making like a money transaction with somebody, a transaction is a follow, is a friendship, is a commission that you're going to get from the people that visit the Arizona Center.
Absolutely. I think it's interesting that you're talking about empowerment through art and how it can be very healing to the community as well.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
Well, and I love that it's like you had so many different vendors outside of the normal things you would just see around town, but also the fact that you've got Zarko.
Yes.
Has his little museum downstairs as well. I mean, bringing out that decades of artwork that has been in storage and being able to put that on display and show it off.
Yes. I met Zarko and Cultural Coalition over 30 years ago, and when I came into this space, he was one of the ones that I wanted here to support the Arizona Center and myself, along with the Sagrado Gallery, the Tonali Mercado we have. When I came to the space, I brought my people with me. Creatives that were doing amazing things, but kind of all over, like in the East Valley and things. And I just said, you know what, let's bring it to the heart of Phoenix, which I consider the Arizona Center being that. I used to come back here. I used to come here in the 90s and bring my daughter to the movie theater here at AMC. And then also there was some clubs and stuff that we kind of hung out with, So, but to be a part of that now, to be the curator, and thank you to the Arizona Center, Faith, and everyone to have faith in me. You know what I mean? To put this together.
Right. I mean, I completely agree with that. I mean,
Yeah.
the fact that she is so looking at the community and nurturing the community as a whole instead of like, okay, let's do just business.
Yes.
But let's build.
Yes. Yeah. And
So-
she let me have free reign on everything. So I think I've asked for, tons of requests, and I think I've got 99% of them, executed. You know what I mean? Just do your thing, do what you do. And that's how us as all creatives and stuff have built this community that's it's very different. We're definitely, people are talking about us. So you definitely hear the buzz because what we are offering is one of the things that I asked for, one of the requirements for our artists is to paint live, whether that's painting a canvas, sculpting, whatever you're doing, even if it's on an iPad and you're using Procreate, something. And when you come into this space and you're seeing all these artists and all of them creating, you get to seeing like this is their art. This is the artist. You're meeting them. So, and that's which I think I got that from the tattoo world. When you go into tattoo expos and stuff, and you see everybody tattooing. I say, let's apply this to this and let's do that. And it worked. And it's doing really good. The buzz is coming. My goal here for the Arizona Center at some point is to have over 100 artists paint live here at one time, or an event that's around that. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So tell people how they can follow you.
Yes.
As well as find out what's going on for First Friday at the Arizona Center.
So first, you could follow the Arizona Center Instagram. You can follow my Instagram as well. That's Adrian _GRRCYA. And just kind of look for some upcoming updates. You'll see we post them all the time of the upcoming First Fridays and other events that are happening here.
Right.
But feel free, if you're an artist out there that is looking for a space to showcase some of your art, some of the things you've created, just message me.
That's very cool.
It's very simple.
Okay.
All I request is to meet me in person, and So we can kind of build that relationship, you know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much it, you know what I mean? I welcome anyone, all styles, all levels, all are welcome. You know what I mean? You just gotta, just speak to me and I'll get you a spot. It's that easy.
That's great. So you heard it, artist. If you want to get a table, maybe do something a little live, maybe, who knows, maybe you want to try something new.
Yes.
Email Adrian or Instagram, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm like, not
That works
email.
best.
Yes,
Yes.
completely understand.
Yes.
So Instagram Adrian and see if you're a good fit for what's going on here. I mean, it's so much fun because you feel like you're walking into a family event just because everyone's so friendly and so you see all the vendors talking to each other, they all know each other, so.
Like I was mentioning, for me, my metrics that I have here is the more strollers I see, the more families are here. And that is my goal, and I'm seeing generations that are coming here, and so that's my goal, is to have that.
Right. So that way, then in 10 years, it'll be like, oh yeah, remember when you were on stage doing that painting? And
Yes.
Yeah. Very cool.
Thank you.
All right. So Adrian, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
And have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
And so. All right. So have you been here for First Friday yet?
I have not been down here for First Friday, and I had no idea that this was going on. So I'm just very excited that I can incorporate that.
It's so much fun, and it's something a little different than you'll find on Roosevelt or over on Grand. So it just kind of gives you a little more family-friendly vibes.
Right.
So
well, I love the how accessible it feels as well. Right. That all of these artists are welcome, and you're empowering our youth to become leaders, because that's what happens when we empower them.
Yes.
So that's very exciting. It's civic leadership.
And we have upcoming mid-level professional artists. Some of these artists are working next to muralists. And actually, a lot of these artists are so inspired now that they came in as just regular artists doing small canvases. They're painting full-on murals now. And so it's everybody's kind of collaborating with each other. And I specifically tell the artist, collaborate with everybody, meet your neighbors, say hello, you know what I mean? Connect with each other,
Right.
All right. Well, Adrian, thank you again so
you.
much for coming on and sharing your passion, what's going on here.
Thank
so
you.
we'll be right back after a quick break with kind of our usual shtick of things to do, some Arizona history. So come right back. Good morning and welcome back on this Tuesday to the morning show. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Michael Mazzocco.
And we are where?
At the fabulous Arizona Center.
Woohoo!
I love that.
Indeed. So we were just talking to Adrian about kind of the fun stuff that's going on here for First Friday. So you want to definitely come and check that out. Arizona Center has been here for so long. Mm-hmm. And it's so much fun to see it coming back to life. And, let's talk about some coming back to life with some Arizona history.
Oh, I love that. Fun.
Oh, and we have little intros now. All right, so on this date back in 1930, Coolidge Dam was dedicated. And even though the dam was done and being dedicated, it hadn't filled up with water yet. So at that point, the humorist Will Rogers, who was the speaker, said that the lake would have to be mowed before the events. So there you go. And so there is indeed Coolidge Dam. So, we have so many dams across Arizona that create reservoirs, things like that. So some are good, some have been not
tumultuous. Yes,
exactly. I think tumultuous is such a good word. Yes.
I was told that there was only one river that ran freely in Arizona now, and it's up north. But all the rest have been dammed or taken off course.
Wow, I didn't realize that. Very cool. All right, so let's also talk about some things we could celebrate today. So today is Do Something Day. Basically, it's a play on words for March 4th. And just keep going and chase your dreams, which I thought was really kind of a cool little play on words to say, just keep moving forward.
I love
keep
that.
it going. Exactly. As that's exactly what we're just talking about, keeping things going.
Absolutely.
Now, it's also Snack Day. So I picked all kinds of healthy snacks. Most of those are not. I'm like, yeah, that's
no.
exactly what I want. But I figured, leading behavior. It's like, maybe if I do that, it's like, maybe when I go to I'll be like, oh yeah, I should have a little bit of yogurt and not a Reese's peanut butter
Yeah,
cup.
but ranch dip with those fruit, or I'm sorry, with the vegetables would have been so much better.
Yes, but it's not a peanut butter cup.
Yeah, no, that's a protein bite, darling. They're not candy. Nope, they're not
It's
candy.
a protein bite. Nice. Now, it is also Grammar Day. So on this day, encouraging folks to use correct grammar.
This is not my day.
Oh no, I'm really bad with grammar, and and now it's like so many things are abbreviated and everything else, and it's like, well, do I put a question mark after DYW? I don't know. It's like it's already kind of inherently a question, so do we need to accentuate the fact that it's a question? I don't know.
I don't know.
So I think the rules are always evolving and changing.
Well, and especially with texting now, because you don't need a complete sentence, but I can't text without a complete sentence, and I'm just always confused.
I completely agree. And what we're going to do a little bit later is, because it is Grammar Day, we're going to have a word of the day.
Oh, okay.
It's like when we come back from the break, I'll look up and see what Merriam-Webster, because they have a word of the day thing. And we'll just see what the word is.
Can we scream every time we say the word of the day?
We can.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Hopefully it's a good word that
I hope so.
that will be like we can implicate into conversation quite easily.
Yes.
As
okay.
opposed to something really obscure.
No, I will try my best.
All right. Very good. And then, not only is today Taco Tuesday and we are tacoless, it's also Punchki Day and we are punchki-less.
That's a problem.
I agree.
Bashas has the best. They are so good.
They do. I mean, and basically it is also just before Ash Wednesday. It's also called Fat Tuesday. And so as we get ready for Lent and all that other stuff coming up, Easter's coming up now. So, but...
The most important item is out in the grocery store, and that's Peeps. And
Okay, so when you have Peeps, do you like your Peeps soft or do you like them hard?
yes.
You just like Peeps. All of the above.
Now, how do you eat your Peeps? Let's say it's a bunny. Do you eat the ears first or the bottom first?
Always the ears.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You're normal. You're normal.
Wow. I think you're probably one of the first people to ever say that in quite a while, that you're normal. So, well, there you go. So run out to Bash's and get yourself some punchkis.
Yep.
I mean, there's many other bakeries around town, but Bash's has them almost year round.
They do. They do.
So, I mean, I think they became so popular.
Right.
So,
But they are filled with jam, and jam is fruit, and so that they're healthy. They're a very healthy treat. They could be up in your picture.
you just have to wipe the sugar.
It's jam. It's fruit. It's healthy.
Okay.
End of subject.
Healthy punchkis.
Yes.
There you go. All right. Well, we will be right back after this break with another guest. And what I love about this is continuing the Worldwide Women's Film Festival as we bring on another filmmaker and have them tell us about what they're doing.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And welcome back to the morning show on this Taco-less Tuesday, Punchki-less Tuesday.
We don't have anything, but now we do.
But we do indeed, and we'll get to that in just a moment. But I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Michael Mazzacco.
And we are here at the fabulous Arizona Center.
Center.
So thank you so much for being here. And we are continuing our kind of marching forth towards the Worldwide Women Film Festival that's coming up soon. So you want to be sure to check out the list. But we have our guest, Kelly Sallaway. I was like,
I've been Sally Kellaway a lot. It happens all the time.
Kelly Sallaway. And so she is a producer-director of, what is your movie called?
Beer saves the world.
Wow, beer, see, and there you go. Beer saves the world. And she brought refreshments.
I did, so.
Indeed. So tell us a little bit about Beer Saves the World.
Well, it's Taco Tuesday, so what goes better with tacos than beer, right?
Indeed.
So my film is called Beer Saves the World, and it's actually an environmental film. It's a short film. I'm a producer of Perennial Films. We're making a big feature film called Prairie Prophecy. And while we're making this feature film, it is about regenerative agriculture, about the environment, about the farmers and the scientists who are really, really going forth to try to save the world with what they're growing. And so the movie follows a perennial grain that they're now using to make beer.
Oh. As opposed to the traditional.
Into the traditional. So in traditional farming, we have like with wheat. Wheat's a crop that you till, it goes through, you till up, you destroy the soil. And so what they've done at the Land Institute, a place in Kansas, is they've been developing perennial grains, and now they're trying to get those grains into use. So a perennial versus an annual is what the movie's about. So perennial grains are something that you just go and put it in the ground one time.
Right.
And then you cut off the top, just like the top of that grain, and then you use that for different products. That plant stays in the ground for year after year and develops this massive root system. And that root system is really what's the environmental key to this. That root system goes down 10, 12 feet, and it helps the plant become more drought resistant, but it also sequesters carbon. And that's something that's actually going to save the world. So a few years ago, this is something that's been in development for a long time. It's an actual grain that's, this plant's been growing on the Kansas prairies forever. But the scientists who have developed it to try to get it to be the top of that grain to be big, like wheat, so that you could use it you could use it, the actual grain is called Kernza. It's a trademark name. It's called Kernza, the grain. And the grain is, it's not as big as wheat, but it has some remarkable characteristics. So you can use it, you can use it in bread and pasta, but, that's not as exciting as beer. And so now...
Depends on, depends on the pasta.
Yeah,
I've had some really amazing pasta.
Nothing wrong.
So anything that you could make,
so you can have a dinner that saves the world by having a little bit of bread, some pasta, and some beer.
That's a fabulous idea.
Yeah. So this is this beer was developed, like I said, with some scientists and some farmers out in the Midwest. And it is a program like Patagonia. And so Patagonia is all about saving the world. And they really have, they've really put everything into this to try to get a handful of brewers across the United States to start brewing it. In Phoenix, here, we have one brewer in the valley that's called Wilderness Brewing. They're in
I love
Jonathan
those folks.
Willers.
Oh my
and
gosh.
so Wilderness Brewing is in this movie, and they're one of the people. And one of the brewers, but there's only a handful of brewers across the United States that actually, measure up to what Patagonia is looking for. And these are organic brewers. There's less than 50 out of the almost 9,000 in the United States that are organic. But Wilderness Brewing is one of them, and they do the Patagonia beer. What I brought today is one by Deschutes, and there's about 12 brewers that are doing it through this Patagonia program. So maybe you want to try it.
Indeed, I think. Are you up to save the world?
I am. Let's make it
All
happen.
right, let's save the world one can at a time.
Ooh.
I know, you get that.
Fun.
Now we need a taco. We don't have it.
Thanks for rubbing that in. That I didn't bring tacos nor punchkis. So.
I'll have to have this. This is the non-alcoholic version. So the NA, this is Deschutes NA, and that's one of the top NA beers. And you can have this if you have to drive home, like me.
All right. So, so I say let's cheers to saving
Saving
the
the
world,
world.
and we'll watch the trailer as we
Oh,
sip
while we
and
get to
save
drink.
the world.
It would just be better to have a beer in my hand. The crisis at hand, which is, the Earth's getting warm, and we have to do something about it, and beer can play a role.
What did you say the plant was one more time?
Kernza has an enormously rich flavor.
It's not an annual where you plant it every year, it's a perennial. It stays in the ground for years, so there's way less soil disturbance.
The impact won't matter, the economics won't matter unless it's fucking awesome.
We're just lucky that it tastes good. I think people can save the world. I don't think beer has a chance.
There you go.
Very cool. Well,
Thank you.
and from the Arizona Center, we can walk to Wilderness Brewery right downtown.
On the one on Roosevelt, yeah.
Or there is the magnificent. I love the one out in Gilbert.
Oh, it's amazing, yeah.
I mean, it's such a cool space. If you haven't been out to that one, it's well worth a visit.
Yeah, and Arizona Wilderness is one of those companies that really walks the walk and talks the talk when it comes to sustainability. They are, they're a model.
Right. I mean, I've been talking about another project, and it's like, and I love the fact that they're like, yeah, let's do that. And
They say they're more Patagonian than Patagonia. They like to say that.
So,
Question, just
Yeah.
out of curiosity, can they grow this grain here in Arizona?
No, they can't.
Not
So
yet.
the grain,
Okay.
the kernza is, like I said, it is a native grass that a prairie grass, and so this particular beer that we're drinking right now is from farms in Minnesota, and Minnesota is where they grow most of the kernza. Also in Kansas is where it's developed, but it has but when you're farming, you have to have so much time in the ground when it's frozen, and we don't have that here. So
yeah.
it's like any other crop, it grows beautifully at certain places, and it grows anywhere where they grow, where they grow traditional wheat.
Okay.
oh,
That's
very
interesting.
cool. Yeah. So what is the future of the movie? Do you have other projects in
Yeah,
the process?
Sure do. I actually created this as a short film to promote our feature. Our feature is called Prairie Prophecy. It is a full 90-minute feature film, and it is about regenerative agriculture and also about the founders of these scientists who started this movement, and in particular Wes Jackson, who founded the Land Institute in Kansas. And these are people that have been working on this same problem of how we farm and feed ourselves. And they're working on what they call the 10,000-year problem of agriculture. And it's one of the most important things that we can try to solve. And they very much believe that that it's not about climate change. If you starve, you have to be able to feed yourself. And so trying to get some of the carbon, some of the oil and carbon out of the food system is what they're trying to do, and it is what Patagonia is trying to do with this beer.
Very cool. All right. Well, thank you so much, Kelly, for
Yeah,
coming on and
cheers.
sharing. Oh, so when
Oh, our
can people
movie.
when can people see it?
Oh, at the Worldwide Women's Film Festival. It's at Shea 14 on the weekend. This particular film is showing on March 8th. That's Saturday. It's Saturday afternoon at 2:25. If you don't want to get a pass for the whole weekend, you can just you can buy a block where you get to see a lot of neat films. This is a short film that is also programmed with some longer films. And then after our film on Saturday afternoon, it's probably 3:30, 4 o'clock. Everybody will be able to try this beer. We got beer from Deschutes. They've shipped in all kinds of free beer. I did say free beer on TV, okay? I said free beer.
People are just not buying tickets just
Yes.
because they can get free
And
beer.
it's sold out now.
And so
We just-
you just saw that. So after,
It's a QVC, and we've now sold 13,000, 14,000.
tickets. So right after the
But it's
movie,
available in
yes.
blue.
Right after the movie, everyone will be able to try this Kernza beer and see that it is delicious. They're going to love it. So at Shea 14, the movie, then right afterwards at El Capo Pizzeria, they're going to help us serve all this beer. So then there'll be pizza and beer, no tacos, sorry. But
but
pizza and beer is a pretty good
another
thing.
classic
So
combination.
Saturday afternoon, yeah, 225.
Wow, very cool. Well, Kelly, thank you so much for coming
Yeah,
on
it's
and
great seeing
talking
you
about
again.
your movie and how we can see your movie and how we can save the world one glass at a time. Cheers. All right, we'll be right back after this break with our kind of usual some things to do, as well as some birthdays. Wow, what a fun show we've been having so far.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. I mean, art saving the world.
Beer?
Beer, one beer at a time. Oh my gosh. So, yeah, okay. So, saving the world is a pretty lofty goal.
It is.
So, what are some other things we can do that might not be saving the world, but it could just be a lot of fun?
Well, I think there's a lot going on here. I think there's a lot going on here in Phoenix, and we are ready to talk about it.
Ooh.
It is Fat Tuesday, so there's going to be...
Thanks for calling me out.
Well, I'm sorry. Look over, darling. So, tonight we have Chicago, the band. It's going to be at Celebrity Theater at 7:30. Talk about going down memory road, listening to those songs. Seriously, that was childhood.
Yeah.
All of those songs, every single one of them, it was just so much fun to remember.
Right.
So those legendary horns, all of that music, it really puts a smile on my face.
Indeed.
And then my favorite, and where you're going to see me tonight, is at Gamage. Wicked opens here, the touring company. Yay! It's time to be popular. So we have Wicked here in town from March 4th to March 30th tonight till the end of the month, 7:30. Get your tickets. I know many of the nights are actually already sold out, so I am very excited for the people over at Gamage and the shows that they bring in.
The shows that and they just
yeah.
announced their new season.
It's going to be a
so
spectacular season.
Right. So some really fun stuff coming up, and you can go see Wicked.
Yes. I mean, we've seen it on the movie theater, so now let's see it on the stage for the third or fourth or fifth time. But very exciting. And then we have, of course, our Mardi Gras celebrations here in town. Charlie's Pub down in Chandler, they got it going on at 6 o'clock. We have the Nolan Jazz. We have DJ Finnick killing it down there.
And I love how it's debauchery with DJ.
Phoenix. Okay. Well, I think there's going to be debauchery when we start eating all the
all the punchkis.
Yeah, punchkis and hurricanes and our beer
and saving the world with our beer. Oh my gosh.
I think full stop. Let's just go to Wicked and then go down to Charlie's.
Sounds like a plan.
Last thing going on tonight. Well, I'm sure this is not everything, but we have Latin Night at Atlantis Food Drinks in Phoenix. That starts at 8 p.m. Lifestyle Styles Events is excited to announce the Latin Nights at Atlantis, Latin Fusion Edition. So that should be a lot of fun as well.
Fun.
Everyone needs tacos on Tuesday.
Indeed, especially when there's also can be followed up with a punchki. And then you can wash it all down with a Kernsey beer.
And have a little Oreo before you go to bed.
All right, so let's talk about some birthdays.
Okay, fun.
It's your birthday. Jump up, go have a great day. Everyone has come to see you. Make a wish and hope it comes true.
All right, well, I do want to say, before we launch into the birthdays, if you have something that you want to celebrate, please let us know, whether it's a birthday, anniversary, something else. I mean, you can reach out to us at On The Morning Show or Facebook, The Morning Show, or even hello@themorningshow.com via old-fashioned email. So as Adrian was like, oh, yeah, no email. all Instagram.
No email. No
So
email.
yeah, so we have a myriad of ways you can reach out to us and let us know what you want, what's going on, and let's launch into our birthdays. So you probably have heard the Four Seasons.
Yes, we have.
I mean, it's basically Antonio Vivaldi's. It's basically his best well-known piece, and that was a favorite work of French King Louis XIV. And he went on to commission other works for him as well. And then, oh my gosh, also today, 70 years old, Catherine O'Hara.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, Moira and so many other, I mean, oh my God. I mean, her on Schitt's Creek. I mean, I can remember watching her on Second City TV and just...
And Beetlejuice?
Oh, and Beetlejuice, exactly. The first and that second one.
Yeah, I didn't see the second one.
Yeah, it's not up for an Oscar. So, there's
No,
a good...
it was not.
So, yeah. I mean, but I love how she's 70 and she keeps reinventing herself and just coming out as a
Absolutely.
powerhouse.
Absolutely. She is a powerhouse.
All right. And then also celebrating a birthday, 57 years old, is Sam Taylor Johnson. She is a filmmaker, Nowhere Boy from 2009, 50 Shades of Grey, I know one of your favorites.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oscar worthy.
Back to Black, A Million Little Pieces. So happy 57th birthday, Sam Taylor Johnson. And then a little R&B, I guess, kind of maybe to sandwich in there with Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
So we have Kay Michelle, an R&B singer. She is known for her charting singles, Fakin' It, Can't Do This, that were all from her release album in 2013, Rebellious Soul. So happy
Okay,
birthday.
Michelle.
And she is 42 years old. She was also on the reality series Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Okay, then.
So.
Okay, Michelle, then.
Indeed, Kay Michelle, there you go. Happy birthday to all of those folks. Anyone else out there celebrating, let us know. We would love to throw your name up or to shout out about something that you want to celebrate as well. So basically, are you coming back tomorrow?
I am. I am.
How
I'm going
exciting.
to be back. I'm going to be fresh and fabulous for you here at the fabulous Arizona Center.
For the morning show. Well, thank you so much, and we will see you right back here tomorrow morning.